Hey everybody, Howard here with part 6 in my beginning blues guitar series. And in lesson number 5, I talked about adding a jazz flavor to your blues playing, okay? But several viewers wanted me to teach them a very simple jazz tune. So this is actually a Latin jazz tune, okay? It's very easy to play. It's from the legendary guitarist Al Di Meola from his incredible Elegant Gypsy album. And we are in the key of A minor for this. And once again, it's really easy to play. I'm just doing Midnight Tango Part 1, as you can see from the video's title. So let's just dive right in. First, I'll just play it for you, and then we'll break it down and maybe talk about it a little bit as well. Here we go. All right, so let's dive right into it. We're in the key of A minor, as I mentioned earlier, and Al lays out these melodies over some pretty simple chords. A minor 7, D minor 7, F major 7, G. Pretty standard stuff, right? But it's really fun and really easy to play. Now, what's interesting about his melody out the gate is he's going to land this right over a D minor 7 chord, but he plays an F major 7 arpeggio. F major 7 is the natural harmony chord to the D minor 7 in this particular key. So if you went up a third, you'd have D minor, E minor, and F major 7. If you play those two chords on top of each other, they harmonize beautifully, right? And that's what makes this melody so effective, because he plays that melody which just outlines an F major 7 chord, but we hear that D minor 7 chord played against it, okay? So that's his opening line. You can see it on the tab. Right? And that hammer on and that pull off is less rhythmic and more just attitude-y. Okay? Kind of quick and just kind of stylistic, if you will. And then we move to the next phrase, which is... Now that's also really nice, because the addition of the B note into the melody right over the A minor chord gives it kind of an A minor 9th sound. That's really sweet. So once again, we have... And then we've got some octaves, and you can hybrid pick that. Use your pick for the G string, and maybe your second finger, your middle finger for the octave on the E string. Okay, so what we have so far then is... we've got this nice little climb up that puts the melody into the higher octave. Okay, so let me play that nice and slow for you. One more time. And then we have, right? And watch that bend. He plays that without any vibrato. It's just straight to the pitch that you're looking for. And then we have, okay, slowly on that one. And as you can see, it's very scale oriented. The melody is very scale oriented, so you can kind of pick and choose your own fingerings if you want. You can follow mine, or just whatever is comfortable for you is perfectly fine as well. Now, after he plays that, we've got some double stops, right? So that's very staccato on the 12th fret on the first E string, and then we're playing fourths, barring across the 10th fret on the E and the B string, and then sliding. So all of that together. Pretty sweet. And then we take it back down to the lower octave, and he uses the same lick that he used to take it into the higher octave. Right? Sounds pretty sweet. So let me play that for you nice and slow. You can use, again, whatever fingers suit you best. And then basically we're now back into the melody just as we played it before. Okay, and then he plays this nice little break, which takes you into the tail end of the of part one here. That's a really nice phrase right there. Very scale oriented again, but let me play that for you slowly. One more time. And then we are into the outro section of the song, which is played over an F major 7 to a G to an A minor. And once again, we return to that F major 7 arpeggio. Okay, that's going to be his main outro theme, so to speak. So let me do that slowly as well. And then he has these fills. The keyboard picks up the melody right in between the F major 7, so you'll hear the keyboard play that. Right, and you can play that on guitar if you want to, by the way. You can see what I'm doing probably visually just as well. Slowly. So you can play that on guitar, like I say. But he lets the keyboard play that, and then he plays these little fills in between. Okay, that's his first fill. We'll do that slowly. And then right back to the melody. But you can see he's altered it slightly, right? Once again, the keyboard plays, and then he does his second fill, which is really sweet. That's a really nice fill. I'll do that one slowly. Back to the melody again. Keyboard, of course, and then his last fill is this. So I'll do that slowly. Okay, and then the outro, the closing of it is played like this. Okay, so again, it's very scale oriented, very simple to play, but it's great practice if you're just getting started on jazz guitar lines and just kind of seeing how he puts it all together and how these simple lines can really create some great melodies. So let me play that closing slowly for you as well. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll run the performance by one more time with the tab in real time on the screen. And at the end of the video, I'll include the backing track so you can play it for yourself if you'd like to, okay? So there you go with Midnight Tango Part 1 by Meola, and I shall see you in the next video.